What is up, everybody? It is Matt from Morning Hookah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is for you. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. Today's going to be kind of an interesting show because, as I've done in the past when I don't have a guest, I've done a couple of different things. Right? I've tried playing video games. I don't really think that fits the vibe that I'm wanting exactly here on Morning Hookah and stuff, so I don't want to keep doing that. I think that you would agree with me probably, even though it can be fun to play video games together and stuff. That's not really the vibe that we're going for here on Morning Hookah. I don't have a guest this week. Hookah Sloth did do a good review on it. Good morning, Levent. Good morning, Blind AJ. If you're wondering what is in natural order, I think it is sage. There might be some lime in there too, is what he said. Hookah Sloth did do a review. It's been a long time since I've seen that review, so I just can't recall all the pieces off the top of my head at the moment. We're live right now on youtube.com/morninghookah. We are live over on Facebook as well. Like I said, I just got this huge text that I need to tell somebody that I just went live. Oh, whatever it is, it's good. Huh. So Blind says that he's a fan. Levent says that he's not a fan. So I've never actually tried Natural Order. It's one of the flavors that has evaded me over the years. So I'm not sure what that one tastes like. I know that for the most part, I'm usually a fan of the majority of stuff that comes out of Trifecta. So I would be interested in trying it. I got to make sure that the bowls and the Nightbot are working, because we've had some issues where Nightbot is not doing its job. I feel like I should fire Nightbot, but then I got to find a new replacement, and you know how that can be sometimes. So we'll see if we can figure this out. And try to get everybody set up. So I'm smoking this morning. It's actually the afternoon for me now. It's 11 o'clock, which isn't like morning, but it's definitely not afternoon. It's like midday. I don't even know what I would refer to this as. But I am smoking at the moment, regardless. Are you smoking? If you are smoking, what are you smoking? If you're not smoking, what are you going to be smoking when you do eventually start smoking? Those are the questions everybody wants to know. They even made a movie about it. Yeah, Hookah Shisha has a pretty interesting YouTube channel. They do a lot of interesting stuff to highlight their products. So, today's episode is going to be a little bit different. What I've done is I've grabbed seven different flavors, okay, from my flavor stash, and I decided I'm going to do basically a small review on each one of them for the show today. I have 4 different brands, and I have 7 different flavors. All the brands, I have 2 flavors apiece except for the Chaos, because I've only ever had the one flavor from Chaos. So that's the only one that I'm going to talk about today. 2 flavors from Must Have Tobacco, 2 flavors from Tangiers, and 2 flavors from Azure Tobacco. And I'm also smoking at the moment Azure Tobacco. I'm smoking a mix of the Matcha Mint, and black tea. And then I have my coffee, as per usual. Need some coffee this morning. Had a hard time waking up. Had a hard time staying asleep last night. Recently, a brand I've liked is Chaos. What's up, Afros and Hookah? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Blind says not smoking. I need to wash my pipes. I will be washing my pipes after today's episode. I have 2 pipes that need washed and about, probably like 12 bowls or something like that need washed. Definitely been taking far too much of a lackadaisy approach when it comes to cleaning my hookah stuff. Um, in my awesome office that I have here, I got to do a tour still one day. In my awesome office that I have here, I have everything but a sink. So I'm able to, smoke and hang out and everything. And then I have a area where I put all my dirty bowls and stuff like that, clean out the vases and stuff like that with some water. But I used to clean once a week, never more than like 6-7 bowls that I would need to clean. But now that's been happening a little bit differently, and I need to get back on top of that. If you have not already, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you share the video out as well. All those things greatly help, and I appreciate them here on the channel. There's a lot of exciting things happening here at Morning Hookah. I'm changing some stuff up. I'm not saying that the Saturday live show is going away, but I don't know what it's going to turn into. Okay, I'm going to be experimenting with the channel a little bit. On Monday, I actually have a video. Should I share the video here today for everyone watching? No, because I want the views on Monday. If you all promise to watch the video on Monday, I'll play the experimental video that I'm going to be posting on Monday here now. All of you have to promise that you're going to watch it on Monday, because I need to get the views still. So if you promise to watch it on Monday, I'll play it here. If you don't think you're going to have time, I won't play it today, and you'll just have to wait till Monday. It's like 3.5 minutes. Not very long. So, I mean, you could definitely, put 3.5 minutes aside and watch it on Monday as well. I'm going to experiment with the channel a little bit. I think Blind says, we will. I appreciate that, Blind. I think the live Saturday show is going to change in a lot of ways. I don't think it's going to happen the way that you are used to it. Unless there's a very specific reason for doing a live, I don't think we're going to be doing lives anymore on Saturday. This is happening for a couple of reasons. The biggest reason is I feel like because of my own inability to be consistent with the type of content happening on it, it's hurt it a little bit. And I don't want to have to keep struggling on that end of it. Things for the hookah battle, reactions, or large events will still garner some sort of Saturday show. There's going to be a little bit more anticipation for it, a little bit more build-up for it, hopefully a little bit more advertising for it when I do it. Otherwise, I'm going to be moving towards a audio podcast posted structure. If you didn't know, I am on all the different podcasting sites. I'm on Apple, Google, Spotify, all of them. If you search for Morning Hookah, you'll find me. I use a program or a software called Anchor to post the podcast. And I have a possibility to get some sponsorships through Anchor if I can be more consistent on there. And I feel like if I can drive my traffic, the little traffic that I get occasionally, over to that, it might help me in that department instead. And I feel like I can do a little bit more of a structured, well-produced product if I do a weekly podcast. That's the idea, is a weekly audio podcast that you'll be able to listen to instead of needing to watch and participate in. It's a sad change of events for me, because anybody that has followed me for any sort of time knows how much I love doing the live show and having the live conversations with the audience. Blind says having a lot of bowls and hookahs is a double-edged sword. That is very true. Everything Chaos does is good, says Levant. Coconut Man, Manganana, and Royal Blend, all great. Turkish Bubbles, too. I know you've been talking about Turkish Bubbles for a long time. You've told me about how much you like that flavor. El Patron is their most popular, but I didn't like it too much. Passion fruit. El Patron, I did try years ago at Hookah Expo 3, and I did like it when I tried it there. I just never got into the brand or tried other stuff from them. All right, so for me to be able to do this, it's been a while since I set this up. I definitely don't like how that looks. Let me try to move something over, and we will, let me see. If I move this over here, let's see, I want display capture this screen over here. And then I think I already have it open. No, I don't have it open yet. I'm gonna go ahead and play this for you. This is the new video that's gonna be coming out on. It's gonna be coming out on Monday, like I said. So please make sure you watch it on Monday too. And I'm gonna be experimenting a little bit with the channel. I feel like that's what's kind of needed a little bit right now. Is a little bit of experimentation, a little bit of changing some stuff up. Okay, so that's what we're gonna be experimenting with a little bit. I'm gonna see if this works. All right, so let's go ahead. Let me back this up. This is the video that's going to come out on Monday. Make sure, remember, you guys you have to watch it on Monday too, okay? You told me you were going to, so you have to watch it on Monday as well. So here we go. This is, I think the audio is going to work. If it doesn't, I'll stop it. But this is the video that's going to be coming out on Monday.
What's up, Cloud Chasers?
Oh, the audio's not working. Okay, so let's figure out why that's happening.
Smoke some Tangiers, so I got about 3 more minutes before my ass explodes.
All right, let's try this again. All right, so this is the video coming out on Monday. Let's try it one more time. Here we go.
What's up, Cloud Chasers? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm not really sure what time it is for you, but I just smoked some Tangiers, so I got about 3 more minutes before my ass explodes. My name is Matt from Morning Hookah, and you found me. What, you didn't know you were looking for me? Good, because I didn't know you were looking for me either. But you know what? Since you're already here, let's take a look at 3 Tangiers flavors, and I'll let you know what I think about them. What do you get when you mix a little bit of mint and a little bit of lemon? It's not that hard. It's mimon. It's a pretty good mix of 2 flavors that work well together. It's just the right amount of each, so you know what it is that you're smoking, while still wanting a little bit more mint. Don't get me wrong, it's a great smoke, and it's not all that bad on its own. If you want a more mint taste, you're definitely gonna have to add a little bit more mint to it. So let's go ahead and give this a more lemon than mint out of 10. I don't care what David says, I do not taste lemon at all. Now that being said, as long as your name is not David, well, Static Starlight is a mix of black grape and rose. It's like a flower, but not a flower that was put out far too long in a room that you're not even allowed to go into anymore. You can taste the sweet grape and the mix of rose. It's a great mix and it's perfect on its own, but it can be added to other mixes as well. Let's go ahead and give this one a David out of 10. Stand back. You have a flavor here that's not exactly what you may want, but it's better than you might think. Now, that might sound like an odd thing to say, but this is not sweet like you might think that it is. It's more like if you took a pink grapefruit and you made juice directly from it, but with no added sugar. It's a strong flavor that will take over a bowl more than a lot of other Tangiers flavors. It's fantastic, but you kinda need to be up for it. You kinda need to be in the mood for it. Do not go thinking that this is some super sweet, hyper-flavored pink grapefruit flavor, because that's not exactly what it is. Let's go ahead and give this one a rating of time to poop out of 10. Thanks for being here. Hope all your dreams come true, and make sure to share, like, and sub to the channel. If you can't be bothered to do that, well, fine. You be you, I guess. I'll see you when the smoke clears. Bye.
Well, there it is. There's the experimental new content that I was aiming for. I think you can see why I said it's so different. It's a little bit more comedic. It's a different feel to it. It's a different reaction. It's a different kind of commentary towards hookah and flavors and reviewing and stuff. That's something I want to try to gravitate towards and do differently. It is so weird. I don't know how this is going to come out, but like I've always thought of myself as being a pretty funny guy, okay? Like I can make a room laugh and stuff like that. Doing comedy or jokes when no one's around is such a weird experience. Saying jokes and not really knowing for sure how they're going to land is a really weird thing. I've never had that experience before. And it was really interesting. It was definitely a very interesting way to do a review style video. I like the idea of doing multiple flavors in a single take. I think that I feel like we've all been smoking long enough, and the majority of people that are searching for content have been smoking long enough that you don't need to show the tobacco every time. I don't need to show you how I load the bowl every time. I don't need to smoke it on camera for you to know that I know what the flavor tastes like. And that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm going for a more direct approach. I'm going for obviously a little bit more of a humor approach to it as well. I feel like I need to do something to spice things up a little bit for myself. Afros and Hookah, you tell me, have you hit the grind of making YouTube videos yet? I've been doing this for many years, and the grind is definitely very difficult to get out of sometimes. And I feel like this is something that's going to give me a little bit more entertainment in creating the content that I want to put out there and share with everybody. And I feel like it'll be something that helps me drive content on a more regular basis as well. New review style looks good, very funny, definitely worth watching again. It's like comedy on a deserted island. It is so weird. I'm telling you, I like these short clips with just enough content to pique the viewer's interest and still leave it open for a discussion. Yeah, I definitely messed up in the video. I should have said something like, have you tried any of these flavors? If you have, let me know down in the comments below. If you have not, which ones are you interested in trying? I need to drive more what's it called? Interactive conversation on the video as well. And that's something that I just kind of got to, experiment with a little bit more and stuff. But there you go. You're the first ones to see the new review style that I'm kind of aiming for. Blind also says he likes it. Blank out of 10. Do you like that? Do you like David out of 10? Hopefully I can keep these jokes coming with doing stuff like that. Yeah. So there you go. Those were 3 Tangiers flavors. The video is going to be out on Monday. Take a watch of it. Share it, obviously. Definitely appreciate when you share it, like the video, and leave comments and stuff like that. Afros and Hookah says, it's a 2-for-1. I like it. Yes, I'm on the grind. Had to scrap a few videos, but just got back into it. Yeah, the grind is real. And if you can't do something to generate that interest while you're doing it, it can be difficult at times. And especially when you do it for more and more of a long time, right? Like, you've been doing it for a while now. And you've produced a lot of videos, and it can feel grindy and stuff, and you got to do something to keep it interesting and exciting for you. I've done many different styles. I've done the long-form content where they're like 10-minute videos. I've done the short-term content where it's like a minute for a review and stuff like that. I've experimented over the years with many different styles of content creation, and I like the move towards this one the most exciting for me. I enjoy writing. I enjoy, producing stuff a lot. So I'm going to try this for a while. Always open to ideas and suggestions over on our Discord. Always a fun conversation to be had there. Always looking to hear what people have to say and their thoughts on it. Anyways, thank you for watching that. Giving me your feedback on it. Let's get into these flavors. So yeah, we're gonna just do some quick fire review flavors. And I'm going to tell you my thoughts about them. We're going to go ahead and kick it off with, let's go ahead and start with Chaos, because we have somebody in the house that's a fan of Chaos brand. This one is called the Reaper. All right, here it is, the Reaper. If you don't know what the Reaper is, this is the extreme cooling menthol flavor from Chaos. Chaos is a blonde leaf tobacco. Chaos is a washed tobacco. It's a strong, fresh tasting tobacco. They have a lot of variety when it comes to flavors, this one included. This is just pure menthol. That's all this is. And it's interesting because whatever they're using for the flavoring, they're using pure menthol in it, because you can see the menthol flavoring crystals start to form if you don't smoke it very often. They start to form the menthol in there. And it is a very, very strong menthol flavor. If you're looking for a huge mint kick, the Reaper definitely has you covered. It is going to be a strong flavor. It's going to be a powerful flavor in your bowl, and you can mix it with anything to add that menthol cooling flavor to it. So if you're a fan of mint and you're a fan of that heavy, dark, strong, minty taste to things, you can add this in there very easily and create a very good smoking experience with it. Chaos, like I said, I don't have like a huge amount of experience into it or anything. But boy, oh boy, is the Reaper from Chaos, the comic series, a very good flavor if you're into that menthol, minty flavor and stuff. Definitely something I would recommend if you like that strong, minty menthol flavor. Has anybody tried the Reaper before? Are you interested in those really heavy menthol-type flavors? Do you enjoy that kind of stuff? Levant says, I never tried the Reaper. I hear it's extreme. Afros and hookahs would probably like it. I'm sure I would. It is strong. If you like mint flavors, it's a very strong flavor. You can add it to anything and make it a mint bowl. Much different than something like what I'm smoking right now, which is that matcha mint. Matcha mint, I guess you're going to get a couple more reviews. Matcha mint is a very interesting tea-like substance. If you don't know what matcha is this like green powder that you mix with hot water and stuff, and it's like a tea and stuff. But it's medical, I think, a little bit and stuff like that. It's very interesting. It has like a texture all on its own. And the one thing that the Azure matcha mint hits very well is it has that weird texture to it as well, which is really interesting. But it is not a super crazy strong mint flavor. This is not like super crazy minty. So like it's not hitting that note of like menthol and stuff like that. It's just purely a minty tea flavor, and mixing it with that black tea from Azure as well is a very interesting mix, because you get the sweetness from the black tea and you get that minty matcha taste as well. Really offers a lot in this mixture. It's a really nice mix to smoke, especially for like a morning, afternoon type of smoke and stuff. Very nice. It's good at night as well, don't get me wrong, but it's just kind of a nice light flavoring mixture that you still taste a lot in there as well. I give Matcha Men a 6.8 out of 10. I tried it based on the review that you did. All right. 6 out of 8, or 6.8 isn't terrible. I'm glad that you slightly enjoyed it. I tried a couple of Trifecta mint flavors that I liked. Trifecta has some very good mints. Trifecta has twice the ice. It has lavender mint. I know there's more that I'm forgetting at the moment, because a peppermint milkshake is a mint flavor, you could say as well. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the next one. That's my thoughts on Chaos comic series The Reaper. And yeah, if you're interested in that minty menthol taste, definitely go and take a look at it. Levant says, a better mix than Natural Order. Last night I smoked the Natural Order 80% to 80% of chilled wine, and it was not more interesting. It was still not more interesting than enjoyable. That is a interesting mixture that you decided to go with. I don't know if I would have mixed Natural Order with chilled wine, but I've never had Natural Order, so I really don't know what I would mix it with if I ever tried it. So that, it sounds odd to me, but at the same time, maybe not as odd as what I'm thinking, just based on the flavor profiles. I love chilled wine. 80% chilled wine. Surprised that it wasn't as enjoyable of a bowl if that one didn't overpower it. Did the Natural Order overpower the chilled wine pretty good? Is that what happened? All right, let's move on to the next one. We'll do a must-have flavor now. We're going to talk about milky rice, because milky rice is a flavor that I have quite a bit of an opinion on. When I first heard about milky rice, I was really, really interested in it. I mean, my God, did I really like the idea of having that kind of like porridgey, pudding-type flavor, milky rice. I love porridge. I like puddings. I like stuff like that. I like those kind of like creamy flavors and textures and stuff like that when it comes to smoking, and I was really excited for Must Have to have this flavor, milky rice. One of the first flavors that I truly wanted from Must Have. After trying like Pinkman, I was a big fan of Must Have and the stuff that they were doing, and the idea to smoke milky rice was so exciting to me. And then I finally got it. And why can't I hear you, bro? I don't know. Can everybody else hear me? You must be having some sort of check your sound settings, even though you can't hear me tell you to do that. Everybody else can hear me, I think. Volume went down, Matt. Volume went down. Let me see if there's anything I can... testing. Can everybody hear me okay? I hear you. Everybody else says they can hear me. I'll turn the volume up a little bit and see if that helps everybody. Interesting. We can't hear you, buddy, is what Ermel615 says. Yeah. What does yeah mean in this case? I hear you, but you were louder 2 minutes ago. I wonder if it's something that I did from the... I don't know. I don't know. I can hear myself on the stream that I just checked. I don't know. It's something that I guess I'll have to try to monitor a little bit later on. Sorry about that, guys. I'll try to speak a little bit louder. Maybe that will help. Let me know if I'm speaking loud enough that you can hear me now. Turn up the gain a little bit too. I hear you now. Okay, everybody hears me now. I guess it's okay at the moment. All right, we'll move on. We'll move forward with this. I was going to start talking about Milky Rice for must-have. Milky Rice for must-have, like I said, I was so excited to get it, and then I got it. And it was a little bit of a disappointing flavor for me, but I think that's on me more than it is the flavor itself. My expectations for Milky Rice were way up here. And then when I had them, they just didn't quite live up to that expectations that I put up to myself. Must-have tobacco has had a very good variety of flavors and strong flavors. These are now actually officially available in the United States as of September 16th. You can get them at 5-Star Hookah for sure, and I think there's another place that's going to carry them as well, but Must-have has officially landed in the USA, and you're going to be able to get them much more easily and available, and I hope for a little bit of a cheaper price as well. The charcoal that I am using is the Prestige Bubbles Coconut Charcoal. They are the official sponsor of Morning Hookah. Thank you to Prestige for keeping our bowls smoking hot. They are the coals that we use to keep our bowls smoking hot. I really like the Jumbo Flats. That's what I use the majority of the time, but I've really been enjoying the Cube from Prestige Coconut Charcoal as well. Prestige is just a fantastic brand of charcoal that I've just enjoyed for such a very long time. If you have not tried Prestige, definitely give that one a try. Sounds like I'll have the same experience as Matt because my expectations are high. I want to tell you, don't lower the expectations that you have. Try to change the expectations that you have a little bit because it is a very good flavor. That's what I want to kind of navigate into now with this review of the Milky Rice, is that it's a very good flavor, and it's something that is extremely enjoyable when put into the right circumstances for the flavor to give its best quality for you to have. All right, check this out. So if I smoke Milky Rice with other flavored tobaccos that are kind of like creamy, like if I was to use the vanilla, it's not all that great. If I was to use something that's kind of a subdued or subtle type of flavoring and stuff that I might like with other things, maybe like a lemon or something that's not quite as powerful or potent. But if I mix some things inside of Milky Rice that are very strong and very potent and high in the sweetness category, that is when Milky Rice really comes through. Milky Rice has this great way of taking a flavor and making it be a really creamy experience with the undertone of it while still tasting that milky, vanilla-y taste to it as well. But you have to mix it just right. I don't think Milky Rice is a good flavor to smoke on its own. I think Milky Rice is best experienced in a mix that you can truly enjoy by having a very sweet flavor on the other side of it to really punctuate it. You know, if you put something like a blackberry in there, very, very good. If you put something like strawberry, mango, really sweet flavors to kind of help it, if you put pink mint inside of it, absolutely fantastic flavors. I absolutely love it when you mix it like that. So Milky Rice is a flavor that I think high expectations are fine to have with it. Just need to navigate those expectations a little bit differently and really experiment to find the perfect mix to go along with it. You can definitely smoke it on its own. I don't think that's the best way to have it. You want to smoke it with other flavors and really enjoy that milky, creamy texture and taste to come through with other strong, sweet flavors to back it up. And that's the best way to have it, in my opinion. So that's what I think of Milky Rice for must-have tobacco. Yeah, big fan of it. Tennessee hookah stores are trash. I'll have to order online. Sorry to hear about that. I can't get anything local as well. I have to always order online. My favorite milky flavor is Afzal cream or crema milk. Everyone should try that. It's a great mixer. That sounds very good. I need to try some more Afzal flavors, and crema milk sounds like it'd be something I definitely want to try. I'm smoking Azure Summer right now. Awesome. I hope you're enjoying it. Summer solstice, or no, Azure Summer. What is that? Summer something. What the heck is the full name of that one? Your hookah laces are dope. This is from Derek Moses Hoses. This is on my Titans hose. Anyone that doesn't know, okay. Afros and hookah, we got to talk about this real quick. I think I saw last time or on a previous video. Are you from Jacksonville? Are you in Florida? Are you This is hard to say, Afros and Hookah. Are you a Jacksonville Jaguars fan? Are you? We need to talk about this. This is a very important thing that needs to be discussed right now. Are you a Jacksonville Jaguars fan? Because Afros, this is my hose. This is the Titan hose. Because I'm a Tennessee Titans fan. That is who I am. I am so excited for tomorrow. I am so excited to be watching meaningful football again. I cannot wait. I am a huge Tennessee Titans fan. I can't wait for this football season to get underway and start watching right now. But Afros, sadly, I'm a Jags fan. Afros, me and you going to have to talk, man. We're going to have to do some bets. We're going to have to do some bets this football season, my friend. We're going to have to get some stuff down on the line. Oh, boy. This is going to be some fun times between me and you, Afros. I saw somebody else say something about Tennessee stores. Is there another Tennessee Titans fan in the house? Jags 3-13 this season. That might be nice to say. Easy money for you. No thanks. You don't trust Trevor Lawrence? You don't trust what Trevor Lawrence is trying to do with the Jags? Oh, man, I'm so excited for... You have no idea. I am so excited for football. I cannot wait for tomorrow. I'm ready for the football season. I watched the Bills and Rams game. Like, I'm so ready for meaningful football games to start getting underway again. I'm so excited for it. Let's move on to the next flavor that we're going to review today. Like I said, we have 7 different flavors. AFC is stacked. Yes, AFC is going to be a fun division to watch this year. The Bills definitely look good. We're going to go ahead and tackle a Tangiers flavor now. The Tangiers flavor that we're going to tackle right now, you're probably not going to be able to see this one all that well, but this is pear watermelon. Pear watermelon, I've talked about this flavor quite a few times on the channel before, and the reason why is because pear watermelon is a hidden gem inside of the lineup when it comes to Tangiers flavors. This is a very good flavor. It has both that excellent juicy pear flavor that they nail so very well, and then it has a hint of the sweetness, juiciness from the watermelon flavor, and they mix absolutely so phenomenally that this is just a flavor that not enough people talk about, and it is such a good flavor. If you're looking for Tangiers flavors and you feel like you've tried so many different kinds, I feel like with Tangiers, a lot of people get stuck in the way that they smoke Tangiers and the flavors that they enjoy from Tangiers, all right? They get stuck on the 4 or 5 flavors that they absolutely love, and that's the majority of what they smoke when it comes to Tangiers flavors. When they have such a large variety of flavors. We're going to be talking about another flavor here in just a minute from Tangiers. But when it comes to pear watermelon, I feel like it doesn't have that like sexy name to it. So people aren't like immediately driven to it. But I'm telling you right now, pear watermelon is a phenomenal flavor that needs to be experienced, it needs to be smoked, and it needs to be talked about more. If you have not tried pear watermelon, it is a flavor you have to try because it is such a fantastic flavor. You have everything that you love about Tangiers when it comes to the way that it smokes, and then the pear flavoring they use and the watermelon flavoring mix so well together that it's unlike a lot of other flavors that you've probably tried in the past. It has, like I said, it has that freshness of the pear, and it has that sweetness from the watermelon, and those two flavors mix up so well together that it is a fantastic mixture that really will give you a session that is relaxing, enjoyable, sweet, calming. It is just such a good blend of flavors. If you have not tried, I'm telling you, if you've not tried pear watermelon from Tangiers, it's a flavor that you have to try. It is so absolutely fantastic good. Afro says, sounds good. Levant says, I would never guess pear watermelon would be as great as you're saying. Must try. My experience with Tangiers is that most of their flavors are cooked. I'm assuming you mean good. Emil says, not a fan of Tangiers. Why are you not a fan of Tangiers? I would love to hear your reasons for why you're not a big fan of Tangiers. What are the brands that you enjoy smoking? Chocolate mint is another fantastic flavor, Levant. That's one of my other hidden gems from Tangiers is chocolate mint. I do think it can also be a little bit finicky when it comes to the heat a little bit, but when you get the chocolate mint smoking right, it is absolutely fantastic. Azure is like my favorite brand. I love Azure. So if you're a fan of Azure, do you like Azure Black or do you like Azure Gold? Are you more of a washed tobacco fan or an unwashed tobacco fan? I definitely enjoy unwashed tobacco a little bit more. The buzz doesn't affect me the same way. It just has like a heavierness to the smoke that I really enjoy. Right now, I'm smoking Azure. At the moment, I'm smoking Azure matcha mint mixed with black tea. That's what I'm enjoying at the moment. Chocolate mint minus the heat issues is one of the best flavors created. It's that good. I 100% agree with you. I'm a big fan of Tangiers chocolate mint. I think it is absolutely fantastic. I'm a huge, huge fan of it. I think that it's really, really good. Yeah, big fan of that flavor. Yeah. What stuff do you like? The gold? All right, interesting. Yeah. So Tangiers definitely a little bit different. I think that the more you smoke, the more you kind of seek out different flavors and stuff. And I feel like Tangiers does a good job of kind of helping with the types of flavorings that you kind of navigate towards and start wanting to enjoy. So it's definitely something that I really like, and it's a big reason why I smoke so much Tangiers. Tangiers and Azure are definitely my most smoked brands of tobacco by far. All right, let's see. Maybe my bowl doesn't take Tangiers good. What bowls do you like to use? Are you smoking mainly with like Egyptian style bowls? Do you smoke with funnel bowls? What kind of bowls do you have? I saw another question that somebody asked about mixing. Do you have to mix Tangiers? Like mix it inside of the tray, like after you pour it out and stuff? I always mix my tobaccos. You said you lived in Tennessee, right? Tennessee? I don't think you need to acclimate. You know, the thing about Tangiers is they say you'd never need to acclimate it anymore. I still know people that do still enjoy to acclimate their Tangiers, which just means leave it in an open container for like 6 hours and stuff like that. If you don't like Tangiers, use 20%. That's not a bad way to do things. If you're mixing with Tangiers, you definitely want to do a full mixture of it. I don't mind doing things that are side by side, but I've been smoking it for so long. That's kind of how I like to smoke in general and stuff. But there's other ways to enjoy it for sure. I would definitely say that if you're wanting to get into Tangiers, I would say start with some of the things like cane mint. Maybe try the cashmere flavors if you like that kind of spice flavoring in the background of it. A lot of people like the cashmere peach. Stuff like that is very good. I really like their citrus. I like the Mimone, which is lemon mint. I like Mime, which is lime mint. Those are very good flavors. Pink grapefruit's a really nice, strong flavor. I'm going to have a video release on Monday that you can watch where I'm going to be talking about 3 different flavors from Tangiers. Plus, I also have a how to pack Tangiers video on my page as well. If you're needing some help, that's how I've been packing Tangiers for a very long time and how I have my good my good sessions with it. That's how I pack Tangiers tobacco. I have never mixed tobaccos, Matt. Should I? I pack side by side and it seems to work fine. I really enjoy mixing tobaccos, especially when I'm kind of in a mood where like I don't know what it is that I want to smoke and I want to try to experience something a little bit different. I feel like mixing things side by side is a very good way to do it. I feel like you can get some very good results from it. I would say definitely try both styles of mixing tobacco. I've also recently gotten into doing more layer packs, which is kind of different for me. I never really got into doing a lot of layer packs, but it's something that I've been enjoying a lot more as of late, where I'll do like a layer on the bottom of something that I really want to enjoy, and then I'll pack stuff on top of it and try to really use a lot of heat to get the entire thing to be brought up and enjoy that smoking experience. And that's been interesting. I want to talk more about that in the future because I think doing layer packs is definitely an interesting way to pack tobacco, and you can definitely get some interesting results out of it as well, depending on how and what you're packing. Some flavors are going to do better when it comes to doing a layer pack. You want to start with mints on your bottom, or you want to start with the mint on the top and something sweet on the bottom. You can really kind of mix it up and stuff, but you want to have very different tasting tobaccos, in my opinion, when you're doing things like layer packs. I think that's when it really starts to shine and do a really good job of it. For instance, the matcha mint and black tea that I'm smoking right now, those flavors I'm packed side by side on it. Just got a comment from Facebook, it looks like. I always struggle with which flavor to mix with what. I literally have 60 plus flavors at home, but always smoke them alone. Interesting. I have not smoked flavors alone for a very long time. I'm definitely more of a mixologist, if you will. Some people say that more and more often. I think that one of the best easy ways to get into mixing tobacco, and this is kind of like a common sense type of thing to say, but start mixing your flavors with mint, right? Just add a little bit of mint in there and start kind of experimenting with that. And then you can kind of try to blend and do different things with it. So for instance, lemon mint is Mimone from Tangiers, and lime mint is Mime from Tangiers. I like to mix those two flavors with something like pink grapefruit, right? You get a lot of those citrus note flavors that you get from the grapefruit, the lemon, and the lime, and then you also get the mint flavors that are in the Mime and the Mimone as well. And that's kind of an interesting way to pack and mix tobaccos as well that I think works really well, and it's a good way to start with it. Another one that I really like doing is something like sour, which, let's go ahead and talk about it right now. This is sour from Tangiers. This is going to be another one of the flavors that we talk about here for the quick fire reviews that we're doing. Sour from Tangiers is their cranberry flavor. Now, I don't feel like a lot of people talk about the sour flavor from Tangiers. It's cranberry. That's the flavoring that is actually inside of it. And it's a very, very good flavor mixture. It's interesting and different. It's definitely not like a super sweet, powerful flavoring when it comes to a cranberry that you might think of when I say the words cranberry out loud. But at the same time, it's a very, very nice mixture and a very interesting taste to it. What I like to do with the cranberries, I like to take the sour, which is cranberry, and I mix it with cherry limeade from Tangiers. So then you get like a cherry limeade cranberry, and I love it. It's one of my favorite mixtures that I like to do a lot with. The sour, you can do a lot with it. You can add it to pink grapefruit. You can just smoke it alone with a little bit of mint. You can add it to the Mimone as well. Cranberry is one of those kind of like tart fruits that has like a sour note to it and stuff that when you mix around with different things like that, you can kind of bring out different flavors and really kind of make those other flavors really pop in a lot of ways. And I think that that's a really interesting way to do it. Why don't you have the original packaging? Well, the original packaging I get rid of, especially when it comes to like Tangiers and stuff like that. Even when it comes to Azure, I like to take all my flavors and I like to put them into a flat container that I can easily store for convenience, obviously, and then also so that I'm able to, mix it up right there inside of the flat container, and it makes it a little bit easier for me to store, and it makes it a little bit easier for me to pack out of as well. Azure is kind of nice because they have the bags and they seal, which is good. But at the same time, I would much prefer to have these containers. They're a little bit easier for me to put up on my shelf, that's where I store my flavors and stuff like that. And that's just kind of how I've been doing it for many, many years. That's how I move everything over to a different container. Unless the container is something like Must Have, where it's like these pucks and stuff like that, where they're very easy to open and close, and you can easily store them and keep them, and you're not going to have to worry about that. When it comes to baggies and stuff like that, I prefer moving it into a separate container. That's how I like to do it. We'll try mixing tonight. Thanks for the answer. No problem at all. Thanks for commenting on the video. Appreciate you stopping by and taking a watch of us. So that's my opinion of sour. Very good flavor. Let's go ahead and move on to another must-have flavor. Must-have unicorn treats. Unicorn treats. Oh boy, did I have my expectations? I have my expectations pretty high when it comes to must-have tobacco because they're good flavors. They really are. Unicorn treats, the best way that this can be described is you have a bowl of sugar cereal that the milk has now started to taste like that cereal. That's the best way to describe it. It is a marshmallow cereal where all the flavors have leaked into the milk, and now you're drinking the milk after those flavors have started to punctuate the milk flavoring, and you're tasting that sweet marshmallow flavor from the cereal that you were just eating inside your bowl. It's not great. And it hurts me to say this because I really wanted to like unicorn treats. You can smoke it. You can definitely find good mixes with it. This is another one of those situations where if you mix unicorn treats and milky rice, which I thought was going to be amazing, it's not, because the flavoring inside of unicorn treats, it is very much like Lucky Charms. If you smoke something like unicorn treats, you need something extremely sweet on the other side of it to really enjoy it and to bolster the flavoring inside of unicorn treats. It's not bad on its own. My expectations were just very high for it once again, and to really properly enjoy it, you have to be able to have things in it that really exaggerate the sweet flavors inside of it to get that really, really big oomph of flavoring. I hope that makes sense. It's not bad. but do have your expectations kind of put right at that level where it needs to be to fully enjoy it, to enjoy it the best way possible. Because if you have it the best way possible and you mix it, does charcoal play a factor in a smoking session? If your charcoal is playing a factor in your smoking session, you're using the wrong charcoal. That's 100% the truth. You should not be tasting your charcoal. If you can taste any of your charcoal, you're using the wrong charcoal. This is an interesting question for Afros and Hookah, who I know was smoking quick lights for a long time. We spoke about that in the past, me and him. And you moved on towards smoking with coconut charcoal. Have you noticed a difference, Afros, in your smoking session since moving away from those quick light coals and moving into coconut charcoals? Exactly. Afros and Hookah says, quick lights are not preferred. I cannot go back. There's a huge difference. Your charcoal should not be playing a factor. I remember the very first time I got into hookah, okay? And I was smoking with quick lights, as we all did when we first started, okay? And I was like, these are great because they smoke so quickly and stuff like that. They light up right away, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as I stopped smoking with those and I moved over to coconut charcoal, I was like, oh man, am I going to taste coconut whenever I smoke? Is there like a flavoring inside of these charcoals and stuff like that? But no, there's not. And thank God there's not. That'd be weird if every time you smoke with coconut charcoal, you tasted coconut in some way. But that's not the case. Coconut charcoal, quality coconut charcoal. There's many brands that have very good charcoal. Do you live in Tennessee? I do not. I live in Idaho. I'm from Tennessee. Not originally. I moved to Tennessee many, many years ago and lived there for a long time. I moved to Tennessee when the Titans first became the Tennessee Titans. That's why I became such a huge Tennessee Titans fan. But quality coconut charcoal, you will not taste. They're just going to light your bowl like they're supposed to. And there's many different brands on the market today that are quality coconut charcoal. The brand that I recommend that I smoke with, they sponsor me here on Morning Hookah. The Prestige Bubbles Coconut Charcoal. I'll have links down in the description below. I'll update the description so that they have the links in there as well, because I don't think they're there at the moment. But the coal that I use is Prestige Bubbles Coconut Charcoal. They are the brand that sponsors Morning Hookah. They're the coal that keeps our bowl smoking hot. But even when they didn't sponsor me, they're the coals that I used. That's why I work with them, is because I truly love them and believe in them, and I truly suggest them to everybody because they're just that good. They are the brand that I recommend. They're such a good brand of charcoal. Heavy, heavy recommendation for them. You can get other brands of charcoal that are very good. Coco Earth does a good job. Shaman does a good job. Fumari has a brand of charcoal that's pretty good as well. There's many, many good quality brands out there, but the biggest thing about charcoal is you should not be able to taste them. They should be the last thing. They should be the last thing on your mind when you're smoking. I'm gonna order a pack. You got any coupon codes? Are you on Instagram or are you in our Discord server? I will drop some coupon codes in the Discord, or if you send me a message on Instagram, I'll pass you some as well. I don't have any that I can think of off the top of my head, but I'll get some for you and I'll drop them to you. This has been a ton of fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and chatting with me about these. I think this has been a really fun show. A review show like this has been a lot of fun to put together and to talk about this stuff. The other two flavors that I actually brought over here are the flavors I already talked about, which was the matcha mint and the black tea. So I already talked about those. I talked about Milky Rice. I talked about unicorn treats. I talked about the Reaper from the Chaos, and I also spoke about the two Tangiers flavors, sour and pear watermelon. All those flavors we reviewed on today's show. We talked about 7 different flavors today, reviewed all of them. These are all flavors that I either recommend or I recommend with expectations put in check. And I hope you guys get something out of this and you're able to try a few of those. What flavors do you catch yourself smoking the most? Interesting question. The flavors that I enjoy smoking the most are a mixture of sweet flavors and also unique flavors. Sweet flavors I enjoy because everybody likes something sweet, obviously. When it comes to unique flavors, one of my all-time favorite flavors of all time is the flavor called Static Starlight from Tangiers. Static Starlight is a black grape and rose flavor mixture that's fantastic. Another flavor that I really like, and you might enjoy this one too because you're a fan of Azure. Azure has a flavor called Persian Rose. Persian Rose, I believe it's available in both the gold line and the black line, but it's called Persian Rose, and it's a mixture of pomegranate and rose, and it is absolutely fantastic. It's such a unique, the pomegranate pops, and it's so good, and the rose is really good in there as well. It's a nice sweet rose. Pomegranate alone from Azure is really good. It's one of my favorite blonde flavors ever, is the pomegranate from Azure. I did a review on that flavor. You can find it here on my channel as well if you want to see my thoughts on the pure pomegranate flavor from Azure. Pear watermelon's great. It's really, really good. Persian Rose, gold or black, which one do you smoke? I smoke the black. I smoke 90%. Everything I smoke is dark leaf. It's all unwashed tobacco. I really enjoy the fullness of the flavors that come through with unwashed dark leaf tobacco. With that being said, Persian Rose, I do believe is in the gold line. I do believe it is also in the gold line. What site do you enjoy ordering from, Ermel? What is the online store that you enjoy ordering from? Let me know which store it is, and I'll work on getting a coupon code for that one. Hookah Junkie? I'll talk to Hookah Junkie. I know Moz from Hookah Junkie pretty well. I'll get a discount code for you to use over there. Yeah. Any other questions for me? Anything else that you guys are interested in or would like to pick my brain about? I'd love to have further conversations with you about some stuff. Like I said, we're going to be doing some different things here on Morning Hookah. We're going to be changing the format up a little bit. I think we're going to move away from some of the live broadcasting stuff unless there's big events to broadcast about. And we're going to be doing a different style of reviews in the future. Make sure you watch that video on Monday that comes out. I'm excited for it. I'm really proud of it. It was a very interesting experience for me, and I hope you guys enjoy it. The people that were able to see a sneak peek of it enjoyed it. Probably know me since I ordered their weekly, but they never email me any discounts. Well, we'll take care of that and see if we can't get you one. Can I interview you at Shisha Meetup? Yes, Stefan, you can interview me at Shisha Meetup. Can I interview you at Shisha Meetup? Shisha Meetup is happening in only a few days. Oh my God, the Shisha Meetup is happening in California. I can't wait for it to happen. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in California on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I am so excited to be going to the Shisha Meetup. If you don't know what the Shisha Meetup is, go to theshishameetup.com and check out the amazing stuff that's going to be happening over there. It's going to be a fantastic time. The Shisha Meetup. I'm going to pull this up real quick so that we can all take a look at it. Here it is, the Shisha Meetup Fiesta Edition. This is going to be a fantastic time. I cannot wait to be there. You can get your tickets now and go and hang out with all of us. It's going to be a fantastic time. There's going to be so many brands that are going to be a part of it as well. It's going to be such a fun time. $25 for general admission. There's going to be other events that are happening. There's going to be a ton of guest speakers there as well. I don't know if they've updated their map of all the people that are going to be there. Where's the map at? I gotta figure out where are the maps. It's going to be great. Let's go over to, not that, let's go to the Instagram page real quick. Yeah, we're Fantasia, Lavu, Alpaca, Tangiers Club, Amy, Apple on Top, Y Cooley Y, Regal Hookah, Fumari. I'm the official host, if you didn't already know. I am the official host of the Hookah Shisha Meetup with Neve. Can't wait. George is going to be there from Regal. Neve is going to be there as well. Guest speaker Paul's going to be there. Guest speaker Oleg. Guest speaker Arnie is going to be there. It's just going to be this amazing time. I cannot wait for it. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. It's going to be over at, oops, let me click that button again. It's going to be in Foothill Boulevard, Toowoomba, California, the garden on Foothill. I hope everybody is able to make it. It's going to be a fantastic time. I cannot wait for the Shisha Meetup to happen. It's going to be great. It's going to be such a fun time. It's going to be amazing. It really is. And I can't wait for it to be here. It's right around the corner. That's the best part about it, is it is right around the corner. It is almost time for it to happen. It's going to be so much fun. It is going to be a blast. What are we getting dinner at the Atmosphere on Thursday with Paul? Yeah, I believe I'm going to be there on Thursday to have dinner with everybody. That's going to be a ton of fun. Oh, the Hookologist says that he can't go. That's sad. I wish you could be there. Probably knowing, let's see, have you tried Tangiers Blitzstrom? I have tried it before when it was called Leviathan, I believe is what it was called before Blitzstrom. Very good flavor. I like the lavender in it and stuff. I like smoking everything, honestly. Like, I like trying everything. I'm a fan of double apple. I know a lot of people are and aren't a fan of double apple. It's kind of one of those flavors that's, I feel like people naturally move away from double apple and then they naturally come back to double apple. And I have found my way back to it. If you have not tried two apple and peach from Alfacher, that is a cheat code of a mix. I'm telling you, that is a cheat code of a mix. That is an amazing flavoring mixture together that is, oh my God, good. Two apple and peach from Alfacher. That's the only way to do it. Don't try mixing other two apples and other peach flavors. They don't do it as well. They don't mix as well. It is two apple and peach from Alfacher. It is a fantastic time. Mind posing for me for a model? Oh yeah, I'll pose for you. I'll pose for you. I need to get into far more element flavors. I've tried a lot of them, but not nearly enough element. Their pomegranate is not pomegranate, their grapefruit flavor, the pomelo flavor that they have is really, really good. I've tried their blueberry Halls flavor, which is really good. They have a really strong mint flavor, minty, mentholy flavor that's really good as well. Element has some really good stuff underneath their belt and a wide variety of flavors as well. Oh man, I just finished cleaning the dishes so I can wash the hookahs. I'll be joining you in a smoke session soon. That's awesome. Hope you're smoking. What do you plan on loading? What's your first bowl of choice that you gravitate towards when you're ready to smoke your first bowl after smoking a bunch of after cleaning your equipment? What's the first thing you kind of gravitate towards? Mine is definitely Static Starlight. I really like Static Starlight a lot. Persian Rose is another one that I really like a lot. Bermuda Mint from Azure is really good. Rio Mint is really good. Persian Rose, as I've said many times, this black tea matcha mint is really good. This is a really good mixture that I'm doing today. Just a whole variety. That's the best part about all the variety that we have in the world of hookah today comparatively to a few years ago and stuff is we really have this like onslaught of flavors, and anything that you could want you can really find, and you have brands that just supply with these ongoing amounts of flavorings that are just absolutely fantastic. You look at stuff like Eternal Smoke, for instance. Eternal Smoke has some of the just awesome flavors. A chilled wine, I love pistachio kish, red lips, dolce banana, milk and cookies, cafe noir. Just some phenomenal stuff there. Ice line when it comes to lemon ice or lemon lit or lime lit is obviously very good flavorings as well. I have a whole series on the channel for the mystery Eternal Smoke Mystery Mix series that I did, where I took two random flavors that were just complete mystery to me, and I mixed them together, and it was just a fantastic fun time. I have 4 videos on that, talk about a ton of Eternal Smoke flavors. Midnight Passion, which is cherry and lime or lemon, and that's really good. Cherry and lemon, really, really good flavoring. If you have not tried Eternal Smoke, just some fantastic flavors that they have. Oh, fantastic stuff. This has been a ton of fun. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, hanging out with me, smoking with me, talking with me about all this fun and exciting stuff happening in the world of morning hookah. Like I said, new video drops on Monday. Make sure you check that video out again if you've already watched it. It was a really fun time for me to put together, and I hope you guys enjoy it a lot as well. That's going to do it for me. I think I'm going to go ahead and take off. I think I'm going to crack open this Tangiers lemon. Haven't tried it. But you got me wanting to try it after talking about the Mimon, or whatever you said it's called. Mimon. Mimon is what it's called. Mimon. Mimon. Yeah, that video is going to drop on Monday. Make sure you guys check that out. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, watching and hanging out. I really do appreciate it a ton. And until next time, well, you know what we say here. I will see you when the smoke clears.